Hello, my friend. I wish you a very happy weekend. And by the way, I want to remind you, if you're already signed up for our cruise in November, it is time to book your cabin. So call the travel agency. And if you're not signed up, you still can. $99 will allow you to buy our cruise at our cost. And boy, oh boy, what a deal that is. $425, 7 days this November, going to Montego Bay, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. 13 hours of spiritual programs. What a wonderful time we're going to have. Now, have you ever had a time where you had guidance from God and you fought that guidance? Oh, I have. And because the guidance seems so crazy, it seems so foreign to your thinking. It seems like such a crazy idea. And yet, you keep having it come into your mind. And you're led to do something that, as a human being, you would ordinarily never do. Let me tell you a story of one such case. Admiral Sir Thomas Williams was in command of a ship that was crossing the Atlantic Ocean. His course brought him in sight of the island of Ascension. At that time, the island was uninhabited. It was never visited except for the purpose of hunting tortoises. The island was barely visible on the horizon. But as Admiral Williams saw the island, something came over him. He said, "I must turn in the direction of that island." Well, his chief officer argued with him and said, "Sir, we're on a timetable here. We don't have any time. We have to continue on our course. There's nothing there on that island. Why would you want to go there? This would greatly delay us." The admiral said, "No. I have this overwhelming feeling I have to go to that island." Well, more arguing, as you can imagine, followed. Finally, the admiral won because he was the admiral. They headed for the island, and as they approached the island, they looked with their human eyes. Then they used their binoculars, and what they saw on the island appeared to be something white on the beach. It appeared to be in the shape of a flag. Well, as they got closer, they saw that it was a flag. It was a distress signal. And as they got even closer, they saw 16 men on the beach. These 16 men had given up hope, but they said a final prayer that morning, and they said, "God, we ask for a miracle. Send us someone, somehow, that would come close to this island, would see us, and would rescue us." Well, it happened. They had their answer from God, and they were rescued. This admiral, in this critical time, had not listened to what his human mind was telling him. His human mind and others around him were saying, "No, this is not right." And yet the admiral knew, listening to the mind of God, that this was exactly right. See, Admiral Sir Thomas Williams listened to the mind of God. Well, this weekend, as we reflect on this story, we realize that sometimes, often, we have to listen to the mind of God over our own human mind. And when we do that, often we'll have the urge to argue with the mind of God, saying, "No, I know better. I know the way to go." And yet the urging comes. Perhaps it is the grace of God that it keeps coming. And when we follow, we discover and we realize we're the ones that are saved. God bless you. Happy weekend.